Well played,
Go.
Go. Oh, don't give up, doggy.
Just foul him.
There you go, full time.
You know what? You done well, boys. You done well. Villa didn't deserve to win that game. It's two magical moments from Rodgers, Lenny Yoro, not good enough in two moments. In 2 moments, given every single thing that we had to deal with, given all the players that were out, given the chances we went on to make. I'm not angry, bro. No, are you mad, Flex? No, I'm not. We had opportunities. That should have been 2-2. It should have been 2-2, and they actually showed some minerals. Amorim, he played the youth. Do you know what I mean? He played the best hand he could with what he was dealt. He couldn't have done any more with the subs, any more with the setup, any more with the tactics, any more with the formation. And, you say, could the players have done more? The only thing that they could have done more is Lenny Yoro could have been more aggressive and not let Rodgers do that twice. And Cunha shouldn't miss that. Other than that, everyone else did what they needed to do. Even a guy like Ugarte's that guy who's going to do that. I can't really fault it. That's what he is. That's who he is. Do you know what I mean? Aiden played very well. Stinker and hooked. Ollie Watkins didn't do nothing. Marlon didn't do nothing. He's done his job. Luke Shaw, excellent defensively. Mason Mount, Bruno was good. They've done well.
This is when it gets into that territory of, so before the match, it's, pray for us. We're going to get absolutely pumped today. That's what's going to happen. We end up losing the game. Harshly so. Again, if you would look at it overall, you deserve to probably get a point out of it. And then that will turn into, see, this is why it's not going to happen under Amorim, blah, blah, blah. This game, certainly, I don't think it's a referendum on Ruben Amorim. I think other games have definitely been a referendum on Ruben Amorim, like West Ham or Everton or something like that. Today, this is a game which we've got all these players missing. And actually, to be honest, we played better than I thought we were going to play, to be honest. And we should have got a point, but we didn't. Fortunately, with the way that the league is at the moment, we're still in a half decent position in that. I think we're like 7th or something like that. Our season's not defined by this one. And there's still plenty of time and plenty of games to go, really. Which I know isn't the reaction people want to hear, because, you get the reactionary of, get them out, standards on the floor. Mate, if we'd have got a point with that Man United team today, I'd have been like, oh my God. So it is what it is, right? Move on. We're consistently inconsistent. Ironically enough, it's actually one of our better performances with a lot of players missing. And people would say standards on the floor, all that kind of stuff, whatever. I think it's just rage bait at this point.
Yeah, definitely rage bait, man. Definitely rage bait. I just think what cost us today, Villa didn't really do much. They didn't really do much. It's down to, obviously, Yoro's errors as well. I think he just needs to be tighter, way more aggressive against Morgan Rodgers. And it's just, that's what's essentially won them the game. That's what's won them the game. They didn't do anything outside of that.
Badge now, you shithouse. Fucking wanted to join us in the summer. Prick.
Yeah.
Sorry. Fucking kissing the Christmas hat. Oh, I love Villa. Fuck off.
D-Witness says, someone needs to sit Yoro down and make him watch some Wan-Bissaka tapes. Better team, 2 gifts as far as I'm concerned. David G says, Liverpool 3 points above us. Madness. Akshay says, literally nothing more we could have done. Missed a few chances, but that's been our issue all season. Hope Bruno isn't seriously hurt. Psychic Larry says, ref gave us an extra 8 seconds from time wasted in the stoppage. Like I said, Villa aren't good, and we're leaving saying we should have got more. Daniel Luciano says, we look good, especially given the circumstances. Yeah, I think that you see a lot of anger in the chat or whatever. But I think, again, I don't. Nathan says, call me negative, but top 5 is gone. We're drifting. Wouldn't say that yet, Nathan. I wouldn't. I look at the league, right? So we're 7th heading into Christmas. We're 3 points off the top 5. We can't say that's gone, can we? Get one weekend, we'll win a game, and we'll probably go up to 5th or something again, right? So the season is far, far from over. Our season is not defined in this one. I know it's not what people want to hear after a loss, and particularly with Ruben Amorim's record and our record at Villa Park being pretty good. But today is not the defining one of our season. The defining one will be when those players are back from AFCON And actually, those players where we did have a full squad of, those games where we did have a full squad of players available and we didn't beat West Ham, we didn't beat Everton. They're the ones which you can look at and be frustrated by. But I think in a game today where you've got players missing, your captain gets hurt as well when he never gets hurt. You're bringing on these young players for their first time they've ever played for Man United, and we're leaving it going. We probably should have drawn that game. There's worse positions we could be in, to be honest. But this one, as Show says, defining games will probably, I think, could end up being your Everton, West Ham, Bournemouth, where you go, we should have won those games. We had all of our players available, and we didn't do that. This ain't that. And this is coming from someone I don't think it's going to work with Ruben Amorim, But today, it is one of those days, I think, where you can go, Ruben Amorim, what more can you do? You know what I mean? What more can you do today, Ruben? Probably not that much.
Yeah, he couldn't have. This is not a day of this fraud manager. Get him out of my club. The fucking waste of space. This, that, and the other venom thing. It's not. And if you think that, you're just hateful and you're an idiot. Like that. If you think that from that game, this is why this, that, and the other. This is why that. It's not. It's not that. It's not that type of game. I think. Like I said, when you look at the people that were missing, when you look at what was going on in the game, like I say, missing Bruno as well halfway through, you're missing a lot of stuff. We're not good enough even when all these guys are there every single week. So,
this is what I don't get though, Flex.
How do you expect to lose all them guys and get better?
But this is what I don't get with this, yeah. So, like those people that'll be saying, Amorim, this guy terrible, right? And again, this is coming from someone like, I don't think Amorim's going to be here at the end of the season, yeah. So going into the game, we're like, Amorim's terrible, this team's rubbish. We actually play all right, and we lose the game, and then there's outrage of Amorim, terrible, rubbish. Well, you know that. Like you know that situation, don't you? Right? We know that. Frankly, I think probably people expected it to be a lot worse today, and that's maybe the level. The frustration is actually coming from that we maybe could have got something out of the game, right? So, and also, just because this isn't on Ruben Amorim today, that doesn't mean that suddenly so you suddenly massively Ruben in now. Is that the case? No, it's just the case of, again, being realistic, coming into this game, going, we were playing third in the table. I don't know if I really expected us to get anything out of it, but we should have got something out of it. And we still play Newcastle. We get pumped, obviously. Yep. We still get pumped. But at the same time, it's just like, again, I'm emotionally detached. If I'm coming out of this, sorry, TJ, if I'm coming out of this game being like throwing my toys out the pram, this is why the manager needs to go, blah, blah, I'm just doing it for the sake of it at that point. I cannot, you know what I mean? Because where would that be coming from?
One of the things is that people, as I was saying just before the game, is about contextualizing each game. Each game is its own thing, right? And a lot of the fan base, I can see, look, they're upset that we've lost today, but for what Ruben had and for the choices he made in terms of the personnel and where he put them and how he changed certain things, I think he done everything that he needed to do in this game, right? And that's that. He did everything he needed to do. None of us would have been able to maybe get 3 points out of that. Yeah. Like Ruben, I'm giving him a day off from the Ruben Amorim out stuff, because that weren't on him. He done everything he needed to do. We played well. We didn't think we was going to play that well. We played well. And it was just the small defensive errors which can cost you the game.
Donovan says, Flex, we can't blame the players that are away. Amorim should have played the youngsters from the start.
What does that even mean?
It means we would have been better if we started Shear, Lacey and Fletcher.
Is it?
When?
Yeah,
well, in this
apparently.
Game from the start?
Yeah, that's what he's saying, yeah.
What does that even mean? It doesn't even mean it. Laza says, and this, to be fair, is where I'm at. This is the best game played under Amorim. I don't know if it's the best one, but a season is 38 games, and that's what we failed. Exactly.
Fair. That's fair.
Today's not a reflection on Ruben Amorim. The whole season is. Not today. Don F says we're in a toxic relationship with this coach. Vikram says Cunha, I think, has the potential to be that key player, but he needs to pass more. Pedro says, Pedro with the orange dono says, nothing's changed, guys. You're looking at this game in isolation. Rodgers scored 2 good goals, but yet again, it's another week where we are shipping in goals, and next week it will be the same. Nothing's changed. No, you're totally right there. But that's also why I'm not outraged by the result or the defeat, because I've seen it every single week. I'm not. I'm not shocked, you know, in the same way that when we do go 1-0 down after we play pretty well, I'm not shocked when we equalize, because that's what this team has done. As I said, I'm just at the stage now where if after every game, even when we play well, I'm like, this Ruben out, then I'm just doing it for the sake of it at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Surely.
Yeah.
Biggie Third says, have we found something in Leacher better than Cass? El Gecko says, the difference today is their difference maker made the difference for them, and ours didn't get it done. At the end, fair play. Boys played good.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, Super Arch says, for what we had, they did good. Some fans shut the F up, support these guys. They put in a really good fight. And Ramen Noodles says, but will this team win against Newcastle? Maybe.
Maybe. But again, the Newcastle ain't great at the minute. But also, that is another one, though. Yeah, away from it. But again, you look at the team, you look at the players that will be missing. Probably going to add Bruno into that pile now. Don't see many muscular injuries where you're all right in 5 days, where you've got to come off, usually. Not to be all Dr. Andre on you, but that's probably not Bruno is one of, but Bruno is that guy though, isn't it? Remember he was on fucking crutches before, isn't it? A boot and all that, and he still played. So, but muscular things are a bit different. So you add that in again. So, but it's at home to get the crowd involved. They get an extra gear maybe. We did see though, which we haven't really spoke about, is the absence of the guys from AFCON. Did we create chances? And the answer is yes, we did today against a very good side. You know what I mean? I'm not saying we created as freely as we did when those other guys are there. Obviously not. They're our starters. But let's talk about Cunha. He took the mantelpiece. He said, "Give me the ball. I'm going to make things happen." Had some really good bits, some great takes of the ball. Scores a good goal. Has to score the second. Has to score the second. Inexcusable miss. But in terms of taking the onus and saying, give me it, Mason Mount was playing well. That's unfortunate because Bruno was playing well as well. Those were the three, innit?
Yep.
But we still created some chances. Even when Bruno went off second half, we created chances. Great chances. So Dorga improved.
Marv says we have conceded more than 17th place Forest. Well,
that's a good thing we scored more than them then, isn't it?
But also as well, this is when, that's not a shock for me. We've only kept one clean sheet this season. So that's why going into the games, we're like, well, if we're going to win, we're probably going to have to score at least 2 because we'll concede one. And you look at the goals we conceded today, they're 2, I think, individual errors from Euro. I look at the goalkeeper and go, you can't do anything about those. You know what I mean? You're getting whipped in the top corner every single time. But that's us, is like that's us in every game, regardless of who's available actually as well. That's why I sort of say that this one won't define it for us. AAA says Maguire, De Ligt, Mazraoui, and Mbumo, Ahmed, Meno all out today, and Bruno injured at halftime. I'm not too upset. Plus Casemiro suspended as well. Team Nathan says performances are getting better, but inexperiences are costing us. By the way, like Owen, this is coming from someone that doesn't think it's going to work under Amorim. Yeah, I think that I still this doesn't change my long-term thinking of I don't really, honestly, still see it clicking under Ruben, and I think results will still end up getting the better of him. But I've also accepted the fact that Ruben Amorim's not going to get sacked after this game. Man United 7th in the Prem, and we played all right. You know what I mean? Nothing's happening until the end of the season. If we get into Europe or not, we'll probably define it. And as of right now, no one can say one way for certain or not that we're not going to be in some form of European competition next year.
I've got a question, though. Question. Bruno's injury, does that further make us go for Semenyo more? Because I'm guessing Mount might have to go into that position unless he's going to trust one of the kids, because now that's another injury to one of your key players. So maybe we have to dip into the January transfer window. Depends how long he's out for as well, to be fair.
Well, I mean, with Semenyo, if that deal would have to be done early, isn't it? Because I think his clause is 10th of January. It's active until something like that.
Like first week of Jan. That's got to get done.
Exactly.
An agreement or something. Yeah.
And I don't know if that will have anything to do. But with Bruno, we don't know of him. Like Flex said, he usually a normal person with a hamstring. They're out for a couple of weeks. With Bruno, he might be playing the next 3 or 4 games in a row.
Yeah.
That's just what he does. RK says, honest question, will we win a game till January? Newcastle next, Leeds away, Arsenal after that, Bruno out, and Ineos are not going to sign anyone, but it's okay because standards are on the floor. How many games have you got between now and January? How many is it? We say it like there's not a lot of days left in December. There's like 10.
Yeah, it's just like the year's over already.
Yeah. we got. It's like one of those ones where if it's an injury, you go, Bruno Fernandes is out for the rest of 2025. And you go, well, it's 10 days. You know what I mean? We've
Sounds
got
more dramatic than it is.
Yeah, we've got Newcastle and Wolves. They're the 2 games we've got left this year. We beat Wolves at home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we will win a game before January. To answer that question.
Yeah. He says.
Fraser D says, one thing this game taught Amorim is that football can be played in many ways. We looked solid today, but got undone by Euro inexperience. I don't even know if it's inexperience by Euro, to be honest. I just think he's in a really bad moment. I think we saw it after he came off against Palace. And his head was down.
Yeah, both. Because he is inexperienced, though.
Yeah, I think it's more. He just looks a bit off, doesn't he? He looks a bit in his head, and today. I just feels really
more shots in there, more
that.
Shots on target, higher XG for the XG merchants, more touches in their box, more passes in the final third, higher possession. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we deserve the
for the
point.
stat guys out there. There you go, point. Have that. Yeah, and with Euro, I do think
he's in his head, isn't he? He's just in his head at the moment, I think.
Yeah, he's in his head, but because he's had some good moments and bad, but he's also not got stuff that's developed yet. Like he doesn't have the armory yet. Like he doesn't. Like maybe he doesn't actually have that physicality to go out there and do that to Rodgers. Maybe he's not really that guy yet. Like we can say that he's allowed to not be that guy yet. He's allowed. He's 20 years of age, and he's had not a great start to the season, and it's costing us goals because there's nobody really. When there's no one to save him, like when Mazraoui came on the other day and saved his ass, it was all right. If he has to play through it, he's not mentally ready to do it yet. He's going to struggle. If he has to play against Newcastle United. What's that going to be? Anthony Gordon in that channel. Going to be something similar to what not as good as Rodgers, but do you know what I mean? He'll be at you all game, or Harvey Barnes, whichever you want. So, it's something that he's got to just try and play through. Or I don't know if they can protect him further, if anyone's going to be back by then or whatever. But it's tough. But listen, there's a way you can lose football matches. I'm not condoning it, but. You look at the performance and it's just one of those 2 moments of magic from Morgan Rodgers was the difference. Lenny Yoro not tighten off on both, didn't engage. Cunha gets us back into the game. Then he should equalise. No, hands down, you've got to get a 2-2. Villa weren't great. They were quiet. The fans weren't singing. They were nervous. But to credit to them, they find a way to win some football matches, and you don't win 10 in a row without a little bit of luck. And they're 3 points off top. So,
and here's one. Here's one for you guys, and be honest here. At the start of this season, after finishing 15th last season, whatever, at the start of the season, if I told you at Christmas we'll be 7th and 3 points off Champions League spots, would you have taken that?
100%.
Would you have taken it?
Yeah.
I would.
How many points off Champions League? 3.
3.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah. 100%.
I would have taken it. Like I said, long term, I still don't think it's going to work out with Ruben. I don't know. I think people could be getting more out of it. But at the start of the season, if you'd have said 7th at Christmas and 3 points off top 4, I would. To be honest, I would have gone. Ideally, it'd be better, but actually, the season's not over. Then you're in touch and distance of the European spots. It's all right. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Considering.
No, I agree. It's not. We take it. We have to take it on a chin, and
Now, at the end of the season, that's another thing, isn't it? I mean, if at the end of the season, that's a separate conversation. But at Christmas, 3 points off top 4 and 7th, I'd be like, it's not the end of the world. And also, those that will say it's no standards or whatever, we haven't won a fucking Premier League in 13 years.
You can't be. Yeah,
like I said, they sent 99. All right, I know we might wish it was, and we might wish that was the team, but we're not that.
We're not that.
We're not.
Fraser says Yoro's in a bad place at the moment. Bench him. Did you read that one?
Who?
Did we read that? Is that
No, I didn't read that one. No.
And did we read this one as well?
I read that one.
All right, okay. That's just the thing for who at the minute, because maybe you look at how we set up when he actually came off and it was a back 4. Do you just go, right, tell you what, Dallo, you go right back, we'll play a back 4, but you're changing the whole formation because basically Yoro's having a stinker. Do you do that at home to Newcastle? 4. Don't know. It's an option. You know, you put Dallo right back, then Leacher goes in and gets a start now. He's played a whole half. He starts with Heaven. Maybe 2 left footers. I don't think he'd want that.
No, it looks be weird.
Luke Shaw at Dorgu did all right. You probably play him again. Did all right second half. Terrible first half. Really good second half. I don't know if he does. I don't know how you protect him. I don't really know how with what we've got.
The Delict injuries really hurt
us bad.
I mean, we thought that was going to be a short one, and then that's
Dallo's
a while now.
Dallo would be wasted at right centre back, to be honest with you, really, because he gives us something. Although I can't believe I'm saying it really, but he actually gives us something up the other end when we don't have a lot.
Games done all right, hasn't he? Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Right. So really, in this moment, you don't really want him that far away from the final third. So yeah, we'll see. Another conundrum for Ruben to solve. You never know. Maybe we might get a player back in that time, or maybe one of the kids get a start. Who knows? All right, people. Went the way we probably thought deep down it might go, but listen, the story of the game doesn't reflect the scoreline. They did well.
And well done, Flex. You're a man of your word. You know, you lived up to your promise.
Play your fucking song now. Look at you now.
Yeah, exactly. I will. I will. To be honest, it's a banger. I mean, it's really good. I mean, I didn't get to play the Kev coin. The Kev coins one is better.
Kev coins, they're worthless and silly. Kev coins.
No. Do I even need to play the UV Christmas one? I won't go.
No, save it.
No.
Owen, apparently you're too happy at the moment. Apparently you're too happy.
Yeah, we have still lost, you fake fan.
I know, exactly. And exactly. You know what's crazy as well with it? Like, I'm on the record being like, I don't think it's going to work out with Ruben Amorim. And me going, look, it's not the end of the world. It's Ruben Amorim PR. Look at Ruben Amorim PR.
Ruben Amorim PR, mate. There you go.
I'm just not going to do the cartwheel, tear my hair out every week because it's fake at this point.
Got nothing left.
It's fake. You know what I mean? I'd be doing it just for the sake of doing it at this point.
Yeah.
And I
don't
not
have the hair to give.
Feels. No,
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Guys, big up yourself, man. Big up TJ, big up to Owen, big up to each and every single one of you following us through on the match view. Bit of a shit evening, but some positives to take out of a crap loss, I suppose. More reaction from me coming up, and of course player ratings as well. So make sure you guys check those out. We are out of here. Have a good Christmas as well, because I'm not going to see you guys till then live. So yeah. Oh, actually, we will.
That's a lie. Yeah,
that's a lie.
Yeah.
It's the last game, because usually when they sign off in the last game, but we see you every day. So it's cool.
We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. 9 a.m. And I'll see you in about 10 minutes. We're actually out. Take care. Peace.